Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if it's not your first time here, thanks for coming back. So today, we are going to do an episode of speed reviews. If you are new here, speed reviews is a video that I do as well as many other creators do, where I can give you several reviews on several products that I have been testing recently, things that I've used enough to get my full final thoughts on in a condensed form, I'm gonna try not to talk too long about these things, but when I get to chatting about makeup, sometimes it's hard to hold back. If you enjoy videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that you enjoy speed reviews videos. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love if you would consider subscribing before you leave, especially if you love makeup content. I'm gonna link all of the products I talk about today down in the description box below, as well as all the products on my face. I am wearing some of these products. I will be inserting clips of me using the products so you can see them in action. I got the crazy hair today. I'm kind of loving it. What do you think? Now, I'm always gonna give you a little disclaimer with these types of videos. These are just my opinions, okay? Just my opinions. If they differ from your opinions, that is totally okay. If I'm saying something is crap and you love it, that's okay. There's always a very wide range of opinions when it comes to makeup products, I've come to find, which is great. That means there's something out there for everybody. You know what I mean? So just because something didn't work out for me doesn't mean it won't work out for you. I will tell you why something didn't work out for me, and that may be the very reason why it would work out for you. Let's talk about how I structure this video. I split it up into 4 sections. It's just easier for me to organize the products in a concise way. So I have 4 categories. The first category is yes, yes, yes. These are products that I love, that I would absolutely recommend. Things that I'm continuing to reach for, things that I'm impressed with, things that I'm really enjoying using. The second category is good but not great. So these are things that are good, but they're not like knocking my socks off. They're good products, but there may be one reason or another, one caveat that is holding me back from calling it like an absolute favorite. The third category is meh, take it or leave it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's kind of just in the middle, kind of indifferent. And then the last category is it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
It's definitely a no for me, dog. The voice is just not.
These are products I don't enjoy, things I don't recommend, things I don't like. Simple as that. Okay, so the first product in the yes, yes, yes category that we're gonna talk about is the Rare Beauty Highlighter. It has a really long name and it's not on the product. Let me look it up, hold on.
A few moments later.
The Positive Light Silky Touch Highlighter. I guess it's not that long of a name. So I have mine in the shade Exhilarate, which is described as a champagne gold. I really love this highlighter, obviously. That's why it's coming in at the top category. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And the thing that I'm looking for in a highlighter most of the time is I want it to be unique, because a lot of highlighters can look kind of similar on the skin. When you have 4 different highlighters, do you really need a 5th? Well, maybe, right? The texture of this is so unique. They call it the Silky Touch, and I totally agree that they've named it correctly because it is very silky. It's like a baked formula, but silky, like a little bit of a, almost like flaky, but silky. It's a very unique texture. Now, I will say, if you only like to wear a barely there, glowing from within highlighter, you're not gonna like this because it is very glowy. It is what I'm wearing on my face today. I typically go in with a pretty fluffy brush, not a super dense brush, because I like to be able to control the amount of product and build it up. But this, even with a very light hand, one swipe, it's very glowy. So it's not for those of you who don't like a very glowy highlight. It is kind of bringing me back to 2017, 2016. I don't hate it. I don't want to wear something like this all the time, but when I do want to wear a bright, shining highlighter, this is the one I've been reaching for, and I really like the shade on me. I was kind of worried it was going to be too deep, but it's actually absolutely perfect. I would consider myself a light/light medium, depending, some foundations. So if you are about my skin tone, the shade Exhilarate is a really good one. I highly recommend this. All right, another one that's new to my collection, but I've been really using it a lot and getting a lot of use out of it, enjoying it a lot, is the Colorette Concentrate from Alamar Cosmetics. It is their liquid blush. So it comes in this Charlotte Tilbury-esque applicator with the sponge tip. It's very, very, very liquidy. So what I personally do, I mean, with most of these types of products, I put it onto the back of my hand and then use my brush from my hand onto my cheek. It blends seamlessly. It kind of just becomes one with the skin. It gives a glowy look without it being greasy, but it's definitely not dry. It doesn't dry down to a powdery matte. It's really that like satiny, healthy glow type of look to the skin. It's really beautiful. I have the shade Amor de Melocotón, and the color is beautiful. It's like a peachy color. When it comes out on the hand, it looks really pigmented and really scary, but it actually shears out beautifully, but you can build it up to get the pigment that you want. It's really easy to use. It does not take up any of the products underneath, like foundation or anything. It's really, really a beautiful liquid blush formula. Really great. If you've been eyeing this, I would absolutely suggest it. It comes in a lot of other colors. I think this one is kind of the lightest color that's offered. They have quite a few other shades as well, but I've been fully enjoying this a lot. It is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today, by the way. Everybody say hi to Ringo. All right, these brushes are the BK Beauty brushes, and they're going in at the yes, yes, yes category because they are absolutely wonderful. I did receive these in PR, which I'm so grateful for. I can't believe that they sent these to me in PR, but they sent me their core line. I've been fully enjoying using these brushes. They feel high-end, so they're pricey, right? But I feel like there's a reason for it. Sometimes when you get brushes that are pricey and you're like, why was this so expensive? These ones feel really nice. And I am one for usually buying more affordable brushes, but these ones are so soft. When I got them in the mail and I just rubbed them on my face, I was like, wow, these are soft. So I just wanted to share like a few of my favorite ones that I've really been enjoying. The eye brushes, I've been loving, loving, loving. The 201 brush, which is just like a big fluffy brush for blending something into the crease or blending out edges. I've been loving this one. I love big fluffy crease blenders. I love them. They're my favorite. And then this is the 202, which is like a slightly more tapered blending brush, which I use for like my second shade that to get a little deeper into the crease, but it still gives a diffused look because it's still fluffy. And then this one is also a favorite, the 205. It's a very unique shape. It's an angled brush, but it's very dense. So I like using this to pack shadow in my outer corner if I want more of like a lifted kind of cat-eyed look. I can pack it at an angle. It's a really nice brush. I mean, all the eye brushes I've been enjoying, but those three have been my favorites. And then for the face brushes, I have been enjoying the 101. I'm not really a foundation brush type of person. I typically do apply my foundation with a sponge, but I have been using this occasionally and I've been really enjoying it, but I've also really been enjoying this for like cream blush and cream bronzer. I know they came out with a smaller version of this brush for that very same purpose, which I have not used. I would love to try it because I really love the shape of this for cream products, for foundation, for bronzer, or for blush. I've been really enjoying it. And then also for a more like pinpointed, almost contour, I mean, not super contour, but a more pinpointed cream bronzer application, I have the 106. It's just like a round, densely packed brush. I love applying cream bronzer with this. I feel like I can get it right where I want it. It blends the products absolutely easily, wonderfully. I loved the brushes so much. In fact, I placed an order for the one that I've been wanting for a really long time, which is the A506, the Angie Hot and Flashy Concealer Brush. I think it's called a kitten paw, which I think is adorable. So it's gonna be good to blend out the concealer. I have not used it yet. I got it in the mail yesterday. So I've been loving the BK Beauty brushes. They did give me a discount code. It's Rachel10 to save 10%. It is not an affiliate code. I don't get any kind of kickback, but you get 10% off if you use it. Okay, so the next item I wanna talk about in the top category is the ColourPop Light Sticks. This is from the Aurora Struck collection. It is in the shade Skywatcher. And it is this beautiful, like kind of blue-green, like an iridescent stick highlighter. I've been loving this. I think this is such a unique formula. Again, if I'm gonna reach for like especially a cream or liquid highlighter, I need it to look special because otherwise a powder highlighter is easier for me to use. But this gives an absolutely beautiful effect to the skin. It's a colorful highlighter without being sparkly, without being glittery. There's no glitter or sparkle particles at all whatsoever. It's just like a satiny shine. And when you're looking straight on, you can't see any sort of stripe or base color. It's a clear base with a reflect, and it's super easy. I like to apply it with my fingers on the high points of my face, and it's been an absolutely beautiful effect to the skin when I want like a little bit of a fun look, a little bit of a different look, but it's not like, oh my gosh, she's wearing sparkles on her face, which I don't mind that either. But this is definitely a way to dip your toes in to colorful highlighters if you're just not sure how you are gonna like it. So love, 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 love this. Next up, I wanna talk about the ColourPop Roller Gloss. And this is in the shade, I mean, it's not a shade, it's clear, but in the scent Bubbles. So this came from the Powerpuff Girls collection. I did get this in one of my ColourPop mystery boxes, and I've really been loving this. First of all, the smell of this is so good. It came in a pack of 4 that were all named for one of the girls. 4 or 3? How many Powerpuff Girls are there? I have no idea, but it came in a set, and I just kept one, and I gave the other 3 away. But the smell of this one is supposed to be blue raspberry. This literally smells like my childhood, like a roller gloss from the 90s. That's exactly what this smells like. It's exactly what it feels like. They're calling it a gloss. I would call it a lip oil. I've been using it as a lip oil. Like while I'm putting my makeup on, I'll put this on and let it sit, and it feels really nice on my lips. It lasts pretty well. It moisturizes my lips. It makes my lips feel nice. It smells divine. It's really nostalgic. I love this. I think it's a great product. I was kind of surprised. I wasn't expecting to like it. All right, another thing that is on the yes, yes, yes list is this concealer from Makeup Revolution. It's fairly new, but I've been using it every single day. It's the Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Finish Soft Matte Concealer in the shade C5. So when I first got this, I was a little worried about the shade. It looked pretty light, but actually on the face, it appears a little darker than it does in the tube. So that's a little pro tip for you if you are shopping. It is what I'm wearing on my face today, and I don't feel like it's bright. I'm trying to get more into that. I've always been like a very brightening under eye person because I have very dark under eyes. On that note, I am very picky with concealers. If you've been here before, you know that. Very picky. I don't like most concealers I try, and I've really been liking this one a lot. First of all, the applicator is super fun. I called it like a heeled doe foot, like if a doe is wearing a heel. This is what her foot would look like. It blends in seamlessly. It's like bop, 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 5 little things, it's blended. They're calling this full coverage. I would say it's a high medium. I don't think it's full. Because again, with my super dark under eyes with a color corrector under it, I don't feel like it seamlessly gets rid of all darkness, but it gets rid of quite a lot. Now they're calling it soft matte. I would definitely agree with that. It's definitely a matte concealer, but it's not super drying like Tarte Shape Tape, which I like Tarte Shape Tape. This isn't as matte as Tarte Shape Tape. It's also a thinner consistency than Shape Tape. It's not super liquidy. There's a little creaminess to it, but it's definitely not thick and cakey. You don't need a lot of product. It's really nice. It's a really nice concealer, and it's at a really good price point. I can't complain. I've been really enjoying this a lot. And coming from me, that's a lot. And then the last product in the yes, yes, yes category is the e.l.f. O-Face Satin Liquid. Is the e.l.f. O-Face Satin Lipstick. Listen, I'm sweating over here. This is in the shade No Doubt. First of all, the shade is literally my perfect shade. It's a warm nude. Online, it says it's a neutral pink. It's not pink. It's not pink. It is what I'm wearing on my lips today. I am wearing a gloss over it, but that is the color on its own. I think it's a warm nude. What do I know? Love the color. This is a total me color. It glides on. One swipe, you get full opacity. The lasting power is pretty darn good. I wore this in one of my videos recently. I wore it like as an all-day wear test. I did have to reapply it once, but I did wear it, and I went to lunch and I ate my lunch and it was still on my lips. It was still on my lips after I ate. For a satin lipstick, doesn't always happen. Packaging is really nice. It's a little bit more weighted. It has a soft touch and it has a magnetic closure. So satisfying. I've been loving this lipstick. I think it's great. It's nice. I like it. Okay, now we're gonna go to the good but not great category. So first up, this is kind of like almost making its way into the yes category, but it's like right on the edge. All right, so this is the ColourPop So Glassy Lip Gloss. I have mine in the shade Kinda Obsessed. It is what I'm wearing on my lips today over that e.l.f. lipstick. So I love how this looks on the lips. It's very glossy and very shiny. I really love this color. I thought it was kind of going to be not a dupe for the Fenty Gloss Bomb, but similar vibe as the Fenty Gloss Bomb, which it is. It's that like neutrally pink with sparkle. Now, my only caveat with this is I find it to be a little sticky. I wouldn't say it's super sticky like the Luxe glosses, but it's not like super glidey or really luxurious feeling like, in my opinion, the Fenty Gloss Bomb. But it's nice. Like once it's on the lips, I don't feel like it's sticky. It's just applying it, it's a little thick and sticky. Once it's on, it lasts a pretty long time because it has that little stickiness to it, but it's really beautiful. I just wish it was a little glidier, just a little bit. Coming in also with the good but not great are the Unearthly Cosmetics Matte Liquid Lipstick. So I have 3 shades, Leaves and Fatal, which look pretty darn similar, and Grim, which is this like cool toned grayish purple. So I like these. I think they're nice. For liquid lipsticks, they're comfortable. They are not super drying, but they definitely dry down completely. So if you don't like that, you wouldn't like these. The only reason they're going in this part is because I'm not typically going to reach for a matte liquid lipstick overall. Like they're not my first choice for a lip product, but I will say these are nice. The other thing that I don't love about them is they end up looking darker on your lips than they do in the tube. So that's just kind of one of the things I was kind of disappointed in. Like I wanted this color, but it does end up looking a little deeper on the lips. So just be aware of that. But other than that, they're good, especially for a matte liquid lipstick. They're not drying or anything like that. Lots of lip products, as per usual. I have a problem.
Stop it. Get some help.
So I have the Oma by Sharon C. Lips Don't Lie Sheer Lipstick in the shade Dope. So this is new to the line. They do have like their matte lipsticks, which I do have a couple of those, which I like, but these ones are the sheer ones, and they're very, very, very sheer. Very sheer. So looking at it here, it looks like a warm nude. But when I actually swatch it out, it's very, very, very lightly pigmented. And in fact, when it's on the lips, there's really no pigment at all. It's more just a shine factor. I'm putting this here because I actually like the effect, how it looks on the lips. I also like the feeling. So if you have a lip liner or a lipstick that you really like the color of and you don't want that color altered that much, but you want like a balminess to it, you want it to be a little more comfortable, you want a little shine, I think this is a really good product. It doesn't give a ton of gloss, but it definitely gives a little bit of shine to the lips. So I think it's unique. I think it's nice. It's not something I reach for a lot, but it's a nice product and I do like it. All right, the next product, oh man, I'm so conflicted about this. So this is the One Size Point Made Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner Pen in Busty Brown. So this is a felt tip pen, so automatically it's not my preference. I do prefer a brush tip. The color of this is absolutely perfect. I've been looking for a brown liquid eyeliner that actually looks brown, that doesn't look too dark that it almost looks black. So I'd been using the KVD one in Mad Max Brown, but for me that's too dark. It looks almost black. The color of this one is perfect. I just don't like the actual application and ease of use. It's not the easiest one to use. I feel like it doesn't glide super nicely. Again, I think because it's a felt tip. I also feel like the ink runs out quicker. Like I can get about 3/4 of the way across my eye and then I have to stop, put the cap on, put it upside down and wait for the ink to move to the tip, and then I can do a little bit more. The product doesn't come out evenly and continuously is kind of what I'm trying to say. But the color looks beautiful. I'm gonna try the Fenty one. I know a lot of you have suggested that, so I am gonna try that one, but man, I wanna love this more than I do. And then the last thing in this category is the Unearthly Cosmetics Ghoulight Highlighter Palette. This did come in the Halloween mystery box. It does have 3 highlighters that are colorful. So I've really been enjoying this a lot more than I thought I was going to. When I got this in the mystery box, I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about these colorful highlighters, but I feel like these 2 here, Chilling and Creepy Crawly, don't have a base color to them. Kind of like what I was saying about the light stick from ColourPop. The Chilling one actually ends up more of like a icy purple, like very, very light purple. It's definitely sparkly. All 3 of these are definitely sparkly though. They're not smooth or anything like that, which can be fun. The green one, Creepy Crawly, again, it's not super green looking. It just has a green undertone. And then Thirst has been beautiful as a blush topper. I've really enjoyed it. This one does have a bit of a base color to it, so you could use it as a blush or a blush topper. Really been enjoying this. It's only going in this part because it's not one I'm going to reach for all the time. I don't love it. Like every time I wear it, I'm not like, oh my gosh, blown away, but I do like it and I think it's pretty. You can't get this. I don't know if she's ever gonna bring it back as a single. I'm just including it because if it ever does come as a single, you get my thoughts and opinions. I know some people get mad when I include things that are no longer available, but I just do it because you just never know what's gonna happen. Companies bring things back, even when they say they're limited edition, so I just wanted to include it. Okay, coming in the meh category, meh. I only have one product, and that is the Kopari Ultra Restore Body Butter with Hyaluronic Acid. So I did mention this in my haul video a while back. I did buy it on recommendation from Jamie Page Beauty. She did mention this. I got a mini and I used the entire thing up. I don't love this, I'll be honest with you. It's okay. I don't love the smell. It's coconut, but it smells kind of fake, like Play-Doh coconut, which is not my favorite thing. And it's definitely not really easy to blend into the skin. I like lotions that when you rub it just a few times, it's blended in. You know, this one takes a lot of rubbing. Like sunscreen from when I was a kid, you'd have to rub, and it's still white. Rub. You know, you'd have to be rubbing for like 3 minutes before it goes into your skin. That's kind of what I get from this. It doesn't feel bad on the skin. It doesn't feel greasy. It doesn't feel non-existent. It's fine. But it's definitely not one that I'm gonna repurchase. It's not bad, but I don't love it. All right, we've come down to the last category, which is, it's gonna be a no from me, Dawg. These are products I really didn't enjoy, obviously. So I went to a dance competition. I do teach ballroom dancing if you're new here. In the beginning of December, I went to a competition and I forgot a pencil eyeliner for my waterline. What was I thinking? And so I went to Walgreens. It was kind of my only option. I went into Walgreens and I tried to find a black and a brown pencil eyeliner for my waterline, and I just randomly picked these two up from Covergirl. So these are the Covergirl Ink It eyeliners. And I got cocoa ink and black ink, so the black and the brown. These were terrible. I tried to put them in the waterline and they kind of showed up, but not really. I tried to go over like a few times and they ended up showing up, and then I blinked 3 times and then it started coming off. Like they just were not going on my waterline effortlessly. And then with effort, they didn't stay there for more than 5 seconds. They're not worth it. Do not pick these up. Try to find something else. What's your recommendation? I really like the LA Girl ones, but they don't have LA Girl at Walgreens. They have it at CVS. But what are some of your recommendations for pencil eyeliners for the waterline at the drugstore? Like actually drugstore, not ColourPop or anything like that, because I love the ColourPop ones, but obviously I couldn't get ColourPop at Walgreens. But these CoverGirl ones, don't waste your money. They're not good.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it.
And then the last thing, I'm surprised. I had heard such good things about this product, but it just really does not work out for me. This is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. So Ellie Glines recently did, or she's been doing a series on her channel, like asking everybody's favorites of every category and the brow section. This came in the top 10. So a lot of people like this. So I decided to give it a shot because it's like $3 and I'm pretty easygoing with brow products. I have quite thick brows. I don't need a ton to shape my brows, but the tip on this is just way too big. I don't even mind a bigger applicator like the Anastasia Brow Definer that's more like a triangle shape, because at least I have an edge that I can use. This is just like straight up a giant crayon. You know what it's like, those pencils in school, the big fat pencils? The ones that don't fit in the pencil sharpener? That's what this reminds me of. So it's still like a tip, but it's a fat tip. I really didn't find this easy at all to be able to define my brows, even me with thicker brows. So I think if you've got thinner brows and you're trying to really get hair-like strokes, you would not like this one. It's just too thick, and when I would use it, it would push down. Like the mechanism is so cheap that as I'm using it against my brows, it would end up pushing down and I'd have to roll it back up. It's not worth $3. Spend a few more dollars and get something else. All right, and that is it for my speed reviews video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments if you've tried these products, if you agree with my reviews or not. I would love to know. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. I do upload videos weekly, both beauty and fashion videos, and I would love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.